All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here from the David M. Thaler Sports Center here in Mound, West Tonka. We're just taking a second to get our broadcast set up for you all. We're about 7 minutes into the first period of this junior varsity matchup between the Mound West Tonka Southwest Christian Whitehawks and the Holy Family Fire. We've got the home team, the Whitehawks, rocking the white, black, and red sweaters. Holy Family in their classic green and white. And no goals posted on the score sheet in the first 7 minutes of this Tilly. We're sitting at 10:07 on the clock, period number 1. And so far it has been all Mound West Tonka in HF territory. Shots are 4 for the Whitehawks, none for the Fire. And our refereeing staffers are just going to take a moment to get the net set on its pegs for the HF netminder. That's number 35 in between the pipes for Holy Family. Reagan Conrad, the sophomore, standing tall for the green team. On the other end of the rink in between the pipes for the Whitehawks is number 1, Emma Koval, the junior. And Mound West Tonka is going to dump that one into HF territory. The Fire struggling to break it out so far here in the first. Now it's moved up to Henches on the half wall. She'll elect to dump it down into Mound territory, but there's a little too much mustard on that one, so we'll get a whistle for an icing with 9:24 to go here in the first. Big time Wright County Conference matchup this evening between the Whitehawks and the Fire. Long-time rivals ranging across several sports, not just hockey. Over the years, some tough Tillies in soccer, basketball, the likes between these two programs. And it's no different here at Thaler Arena this evening with these two JV squads. HF is going to dump that one into the Mound zone and go on the forecheck, looking to apply their first sense of offensive pressure here with 8:50 on the clock. Mound looks to ring it around. Carter's there to hold the zone for the Fire. Little collision there on the wall. 24 of Mound goes down. No arm up from Stripes, though. Puck pops out to center ice. Whitehawks on the attack. Number 17 is the lone forechecker. That's Sadie Sadlak. She gets muscled off the puck. Now the Fire are going to come back the other way. Cross ice pass doesn't quite connect. And now it's a 1-on-2 for the Whitehawks. Little drop pass one time. Pad save made by Conrad. Now cycled back around over to Carter. Moved forward to Conrad. That's Reagan's sister. Toe drag into the center of the ice. She looks to get a shot off and rings one off the woodwork. Nice move there on the zone entry by Riley Conrad, the sophomore. But she's just denied by the elbow. And Koval's definitely going to be thanking the pipes as Mound comes back the other way. Johnson all alone, 1-on-5 in Fire territory, and Conrad forces a turnover. She'll come back the other way. The right-handed shot elects not to cut centrally like she did last time and dumps it in favor of some fresh legs. Hawkinson holding the zone for the Fire. Now Mound looking to break it out. That cross ice pass does connect with Hoffman. She turns it over, but it's still in Whitehawk possession. Rolling out across the top of the circles. Here's a shot, pad save made by Conrad. She's out of her crease now. But danger is averted by the Fire. They'll dump it back down to the Whitehawks' end. Nice flow of play here early in the game. And now maybe an odd man rush here for Mound. Shot, big save made by Conrad. I believe that was Quinlan O'Shea with a friendly stick on the back door. She elected to shoot herself, but Conrad does well and stuffs her on the short side. So we've got Reagan Conrad in net and Riley Conrad playing defense for the Fire. Both are sophomores. I can only assume they are twin sisters. That's got to be a blast, playing with your sibling. I had the pleasure of playing with both my older brother and my younger brother, and now a penalty will get called on the Fire as Sadlack was tripped up crossing the blue line, and we'll see our first player advantage of the evening in favor of the home team. So with 5:20 on the clock, Macy Carter is going to go sit for 2 in the sin bin for Holy Family for tripping. So that's Carter serving the minor penalty for tripping. And the Fire are going to look to kill this one off. But they'll go ahead and enter the zone cleanly. That was Giovanazzo spinning back, but now Mound West Tonka forces a turnover. Hawkinson laying the body on the half wall, but the refs are going to whistle that one for another penalty. So now Hawkinson will go join Carter in the box for the Fire. 5-on-3 peeper for the White Sweaters. This is big for the Whitehawks, especially in the first period. They'd love to capitalize here with 4:51 on the clock. And maybe not get just 1 but 2 goals out of this 5-on-3 power play. Let's see if the Fire can kill it off. Puck escapes the zone, luckily for Holy Family. And the Whitehawks are forced to regroup in the neutral zone. And so Hawkinson has been booked for checking. That was the proper assessment for her minor penalty. Shot from the point, blocked by Conrad. And she'll spin and fire it southbound to eat some time off the clock for Holy Family. Koval out of her crease to lay the puck up. And the Whitehawks will stretch the ice with Conrad ever present on the defensive end. She's certainly not making it easy for Mound West Tonka to gain the blue. They do so now. Shot from a sharp angle. Bounces off of Dunlap's active stick. And now that puck will escape the zone once more thanks to Maya Hartle. About 20 seconds until Carter's out of the box. The Whitehawks not having a ton of zone time despite having 2 more skaters than the Fire on the ice, and Conrad will glove that one up for a whistle with 3:33 to go in the first. Draw one cleanly for the Fire, and now it's shot back down the other way by Hartle. Giovanazzo going deep in the zone on the forecheck for Holy Family. A little risky considering they're killing off a couple penalties, but now Carter escapes the box. And we'll play 5-on-4 for the next 15 seconds until Hawkinson is back on the ice. Carter trying to toe drag her way out of the zone. It falls to Hartle, and she'll enter Mound territory all by herself. And now Hawkinson is out of the box. The Fire back to full strength as that puck goes up over the glass for a whistle with 2:44 to go in the first. Oh, I do have to say, it is frigid here at the Thaler Sports Center. I'm wishing I wore a couple more layers this evening. I was out on the pond all afternoon with the fellas playing some pondy. Then it was warm out there because we were moving, but now that I'm in this cold rink standing stationary, I'm wishing I was on the ice. Hawkinson looking to fire from the blue. Her shot is stopped before it makes its way to Koval. Now dumped back into the Mound zone. And intercepted by Dunlap. She tries to maneuver around one, gets picked off. And now here comes Johnson back the other way. It falls over to the half wall. Johnson picks it up, finds a D-woman shot. Glove saved by Conrad. She didn't quite collect it. Now it's in the corner. Now in the high slot, here's a chance for Mound. Blocker saved by Conrad. Sweet set of pads on number 35. She's got fire written on both of them, and the pads have been on fire. She's made 9 saves so far in the first. Mound to regroup in their own zone. Stretch pass is made, but it falls to Mertz. She takes a spill. Now it's back into the fire zone with Hartle. Chip pass up to Mertz. She loses it once more. D up to Hayes. She tries to get it deep and send her team on the forecheck, but Hartle's there to meet it. 1 minute to go in the first. Mertz on the half wall, pushed forward to Conrad. 2-on-2 with a back checker now. Conrad, she'll fire. That one goes high and right. Out to Conrad in the slot. Now to Mertz, chipped on net, but Koval makes the save. Nice couple of opportunities there in the closing minute of this period for Holy Family. They don't convert, but they're starting to see a little bit more zone time as this game progresses. 35 on the clock now. No conclusive winner for that draw. In the corner now with Giovinazzo, who's tripped up. And now Mound West Tonka slash Southwest Christian will go cross ice before their passing play is broken up. Sadlak now with it, rounding the top of the circles, lays it off to a D-man. Conrad with the stick save into the netting with 2.5 seconds on the clock. So I'm anticipating we'll see a quick shot off the draw from Mound, trying to pot one before time expires on period number 1, but Holy Family denies that. So just about 15 seconds until the puck will drop to start period number 2 here. And looking forward to tonight's varsity matchup. We've got a huge Wright County Conference Tilly for the varsity squads. Holy Family sits with a record of 12-5, 1-0 in conference play in the season. And Mound with a 10-7 record, sitting at 2-0 in conference play. Mound is currently ranked at number 9 on the Let's Play hockey polls for Class 1A, whereas Holy Family similarly sits at a number 9 in Class 2A. But those are the varsity squads. This is the JV, so let's focus on that for now. Draw falls to Giovinazzo. She'll enter the zone and stop up along the half wall for the Fire. Noss trying to hold the zone, but the Whitehawks escape. Here's a chance for a shot by number 12. She'll elect to spin back. She's got speed, and she scores! Quinlan O'Shea wheeling her way around the zone, and she deposits early in the second period, just 29 seconds into period number 2, 14:31 on the clock, and O'Shea had a shot on the left flank, elects to spin back and just evades every defensive stick the Fire put on her, and fires one blocker side to beat Conrad as she opens up the scoring for the Whitehawks. Home team leads 1-0. And thanks to our public address announcer, we've been alerted that the assist on that Whitehawk goal goes to number 2, Riley Hoffman. So that's O'Shea from Hoffman to open up the scoring for the home team. But now here comes Dunlap with some speed of her own. She'll throw towards the crease from a sharp angle, but can't find a friendly stick, and it's back in Whitehawk possession. Now, Phelan O'Shea with some speed. There's a chance. Conrad on the save with the shoulder. And now the Fire look to go cross ice to Carter as Sadlak goes just off sides. But it looks like Mound West Tonka have some newfound fire under their skates. As O'Shea comes out with a burst of energy, Sadlak looks ready to go as well. And it's almost like after that 2-minute break, we're seeing a whole different team here from Mound West Tonka. Let's see how Holy Family elects to respond. Juris pushing the puck up to Davies, who will fire the moment she crosses the blue. It's pushed away by Koval. Conrad winning the puck back for the Fire, trying to toe drag her way off the half wall. It's intercepted. Now turnover forced by Mertz. She's in on goal, shoots, and Koval makes the save. Nice chance there for number 17 for Holy Family. And I think she had the right idea to cut cross crease. Koval just did well not to shift over too much and give her a chance on the 5-hole or around the right side. Hartle winning the puck back in Fire territory. Conrad's there to help. And now it's up on the point for 5-5. She'll fire, but Reagan Conrad collects it in her glove for a whistle with 11:53 to go in the second. 13-3 as far as shots go. The home team leads. And they've definitely been leading in zone time. Nice move on the point for 1-4. Her shot gets deflected. Out to the point with Berenguer. And her shot is clogged up the middle as the Fire come back the other way. Giovinazzo cutting across the top of the circles. And now she'll cycle it down low. Hawkinson trying to hold on to the puck. Loses it to the Whitehawks defense. Now it's up with Noss on the point. She'll fire. That one goes wide. Hits the back of Giovinazzo and is pushed into the corner. Now up with Noss once more. She evades a Whitehawk stick. Fires another shot, but that one goes off the side of the net. Cycle play here for the Fire. Good string of possession. Puck's in the high slot. A shot's on goal. It's still loose. Koval makes the first save. Now back out to the point for Holy Family. Another shot, but it's blocked. And now the Fire will come back the other way with Mertz. She's muscled off the puck. Now it's back to Malmberg, who's going to have to reset with her D partner in Noss. Here comes Carter gaining the blue. She'll shoot, rebound out front. Koval makes the save. Dunlap trying to toe drag her way out of the corner. She does, but couldn't quite get it across the crease to Henches, who was waiting on the back door, and now Koval will glove that one up for a whistle with 9:50 to go in the second. Holy Family able to get a couple more shots tallied on the board. Still hunting for their first Gino on the evening. That shot from Molodniak gets fanned on. But Hartle does well to hold the blue for the Fire. Now it falls to Carter outside the zone. Over to Henches. She'll dump it in. Looking to send Holy Family on the forecheck. Juris almost forced the turnover, but Mound comes back the other way now. Thrown from the corner. That was Davis, but it's intercepted by Conrad. And now the puck's just going to pop up into the Holy Family net for another whistle at 9:02 in the second. Draw one cleanly for Holy Family. But puck's won back for Mound, and they score! Davies was retreating to pick up the bouncing puck, but the bobbling biscuit just got the best of her. And Madeline Hayes sneaks in behind on the breakaway and puts one past Conrad to double the Whitehawks lead with 8:55 to go in the second. Back in Whitehawks possession off the draw. So the assist, I believe, goes to number 18, Kylie Johnson for Mound West Tonka. The finish was Maddie Hawes. And the home team up 2-0. We're just about halfway through period number 2, which means we're about halfway through this game. One Whitehawk offensewoman all by herself in the zone. Turnover forced by the Fire, but it's poked off the stick of Hawkinson, and Hawes, the goal scorer, will come back the other way. Chipped forward to the logo. Davis trying to go into HF territory all by herself, but it's turned over in the Fire. Will shoot it down the other way for an icing with 7:34 to go in the second. Draw one backwards by Dunlap for Holy Family. Hartle chipping it forwards to Carter. Nice clean breakout for Holy Family. I'm sure they've practiced that one quite a few times. Dunlap loses it as she enters the zone. Now they win it back in the corner. Here's Dunlap throwing it into the high slot. There's a shot. Big blocker save by Koval. That was Molodniak with the attempt from the blue line. And now stretch pass for the Fire, intercepted. And it's pushed back into Holy Family territory. And now thrown back the other way to Davis, who connects with Sadlak. Sadlak crosses the blue, but it is ill-timed, and we'll get a whistle for an offsides. Draw one cleanly for Mound West Tonka. They go D to D and dump it in the zone, looking to play the dump and chase game that just about every hockey team does. Mound holding the zone with Berenguer. Berenguer gets her stick on it once more and dumps it back down. Noss to retrieve for the Fire. Conrad picks it up. As she tries to fight her way out of the zone, but the Southwest Christian forechecking presence is dutifully making her life hard, and now Conrad will just slap shot that one southbound. It takes a deflection though, so no icing. As the Whitehawks are able to escape the zone once more. Now it's chipped ahead, beating Noss. 3-on-1 chance, maybe a 2-on-1, but Malmberg doing well to get in front of O'Shea, who is trying to go through her feet. Now here's a 2-on-1 rush for the Fire. It's Mertz shooting, but that one goes wide to the left. Hawkinson rolling out across the top of the circle. It's back on the stick of Mertz. Now Molodniak finding Hawkinson, swing and a miss in the slot. Giovinazzo trying to move it back into the danger area, but it falls back to center ice. Molodniak to retrieve for Holy Family. She'll come right up the gut. Here's a 2-on-1 chance for the Fire. Molodniak shoots, but it's blocked. Mertz holds the zone. It's out in front of Koval. Rebound is there, and Koval makes another save. Excuse me, that was Hartle holding the zone. Now, still chances for Holy Family, but the Whitehawks are able to relieve some pressure and dump it back down into the Fire zone. Dunlap to retrieve. The smooth skater makes her way from one end to the other. She comes in with speed, cutting to the net from a sharp angle, but can't put it on frame. Now Giovinazzo trying to chip the puck down low. The Whitehawks are there to intercept. But a nice period of Holy Family momentum. Or should I say, a good few rushes there for the Fire as Conrad makes that save with 3:25 to go in the second. But a good couple of chances there from the Fire. It's been a bit on and off offensively for the Green Sweaters so far, but they're still looking to make one count. They've got about 3 minutes to do it here in the second. Not too far behind on the score sheet, though. Mound's still up 2-0. Noss looking to regroup. She does a little reverse pass to Conrad for the Fire in the HF zone. The Whitehawks maintain as Johnson fights off Hartle in the corner. She escapes, cuts centrally, pucks out in front of Conrad. Still loose now to the high slot. Slap shot gets blocked. Still in the slot. Kick save by Conrad. She does well to flash the leather and send Holy Family back the other way. Juris is hard on the forecheck, as well as Schmidt for Holy Family. But the Whitehawks, ever persistent in the D zone, make their way towards the logo, but it's back into their end now. Now back to the logo once more. Chipped back, rolling puck towards Koval, but Koval is able to glove it up for a whistle. There was pressure being applied by Mertz, but she was beaten by the outstretched mesh from the Whitehawks netminder. 1:59 to go in the second. Draws one cleanly for Mound West Tonka. They'll go cross ice now. Cross ice pass doesn't connect for the White Sweaters. It's pushed southbound by Holy Family, but seemingly with too much on it, but no icing called. Must have been a deflection there. Malmberg trying to find the friendly stick on the breakout, but her pass is intercepted. Now the Whitehawks looking to work the blue line. A little scissor play up top. Now back up to Hoffman. She'll shoot, but it's intercepted there by Molodniak. 1 minute to go here in the second. Puck is just poked down towards Conrad, and she'll glove it up for a whistle. 47 to go in the period. Holy Family trying to climb back, but just struggling to get out of their own end. Puck's advanced to Carter, over to Dunlap. Nice breakout here. Conrad's in, possibly. She goes for the one-handed finish, but Koval shuts her down. Now Conrad in the high slot. She fires and scores! Holy Family taking advantage of the momentum off the clean breakout. Conrad was denied once, but she wasn't going to be stopped a second time. And she buries with 20 seconds to go in the second, cutting the Whitehawks' lead in half. So the apple on that Riley Conrad goal will go to number 22, Macy Carter. So the Fire in the dying seconds of period number 2 are able to get on the score sheet. And we sit at 2-1. As we head into period number 3, teams are going to exit the ice now as the Zammer comes on to give us a quick resurface. So I'm going to go get a coffee from the concession stand so I stop yawning. The Zamboni will be out, and we'll be back with more JV hockey action in just about 10 minutes. Oh, there we go. We've got some levels now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the puck has just dropped to start period number 3 here at the David M. Thaler Sports Center in Mound, West Tonka. This evening, we've got the junior varsity Holy Family Fire taking on the JV Mound, West Tonka Southwest Christian Whitehawks. Scoreline currently sits in favor of the home team, 2-1. If you are just joining us, that's right. Mound, West Tonka leads 2-1 against your Holy Family Fire. And now here's a chance early here in the first, but no shot. Makes its way to Conrad. Now, here comes Juris all alone. It's 1-on-4. She still holds onto the puck, finds Conrad in the slot, who fires, and a save is made by Koval. But a nice chance there early for both squads. We're playing 15-minute periods here as Schmidt loses the puck there, but it's picked up by her partner in Molodniak. Now pushed centrally to Conrad. And now it's back towards the logo. Molodniak trying to muscle it forward to Conrad once more. It's a little bit out of her reach, and now it's back in possession of Malmberg, who's pressured heavily by Sadlak. The Whitehawks able to force a turnover, looking to work the perimeter. And now it's back in Fire possession. Conrad trying a little behind the back bank pass, but can't find a friendly stick, so we'll get a whistle for our first icing of the third period. 12:49 on the clock in the third. Woohoo! Now, it might sound like I was able to get a cup of coffee at the break, but unfortunately, the concession stand at the David M. Thaler Sports Center does not take credit cards. And I have no cash, and there's a shot on Conrad, but she's able to make the pad save. A little bit of a looping attempt from the blue line by the Whitehawks. Now here's another chance, pad save by Conrad, as O'Shea, who opened the scoring for Mound West Tonka, throws another shot on net. Here's Hartle, cutting her way up the ice, finding Carter in the slot, who shoots and scores! The Fire tie it up with 12:10 to go in the third. And what a look there by Hartle. She dipsy-doodles her way through center ice, ends up in the corner, but is able to get the biscuit to meet Macy Carter in the slot, who deposits. So the assist goes to number 23, Maya Hartle. The goal scored by number 22, Macy Carter. And now we're going to get a penalty called as the Zebras make the motion for slashing. And it'll be assessed to number 14, Maddie Dunlap of Holy Family. So Mound West Tonka will get another power play opportunity. They had a 5-on-3 earlier in this game. That was in the first period, but the Fire successfully killed it off. We'll see if they are able to do so with this one. Shot from a sharp angle. Conrad makes the save. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, we're without our tech guy momentarily, so I will look to update this scoreboard for you guys while I remain on the call. 1:30 left on this Whitehawks peeper. And big collision there. As I was looking down at my computer, I apologize for not giving you a accurate reflection in my play-by-play call. I just want to make sure our clock sits at the right time here. We'll go 10:54 on the clock, but now a penalty has been assessed to the Whitehawks. That is number 14 in the sin bin for Mound West Tonka, Phelan O'Shea. Not quite sure how that collision went down. But O'Shea has been booked for tripping, so she'll serve her minor penalty for 2 minutes, and we'll play 4-on-4 until Dunlap is out of the box for Holy Family. So regrouping for the Fire is Hartle. She'll make her way across the red and the blue, trying to dump it in, but is intercepted by O'Shea. Now puck is pushed southbound with no one to meet it by West Tonka, so we'll get a whistle for an icing with 9:57 to go in the third. Draw one back cleanly by Mound West Tonka, but they aren't able to break it out, so we're going to go right back down to the other end with an icing call. And I apologize, the clock still does not give you what you want here, but I tried to update that as much. I wasn't able to get that set. And now Holy Family is back to full strength here with 9:30 to go in period number 3. 40 seconds now for the Fire with an extra skater on the ice, or a one-woman advantage, I should say. Mound able to alleviate some pressure, dumping it down towards Conrad, who's out of her crease to play it. Hartle retrieves her bounce pass. Doesn't find a green sweater. And now she will regroup once more. And now O'Shea escapes the box. That is Phelan O'Shea. Quinlan O'Shea was out of the box, and Schmidt goes down hard. Now here's Mound West Tonka in behind. Shot is blocked by Hartle. Nice little toe drag there by Carter. She's on a goal already this evening, but she doesn't hold on to it as Koval will glove it up for a whistle with 8:24 to go in the third. Shots starting to even out a little bit. We're sitting at 21-13. That's 21 for the Whitehawks, 13 for the Fire, but the score line is now even at 2s. But here comes Sadlak looking to change that for the Whitehawks. as she's not able to get a shot off for Mound. Now it's the Fire's turn to come back the other way with Mertz. She cuts across the blue, trying to move it over to Hawkinson, who's hung up along the half wall. Now out into the slot, O'Shea intercepts and moves it up to Mullen. And now Molodniak laying the body as the Whitehawks try to enter the zone, but she will get booked for it. Maybe a little bit too much body there from number 2 of the Fire, so she'll head to the sin bin for, I believe, either interference or body checking. We'll hear from our public address momentarily, but now it is another Whitehawk power play. The Fire have successfully killed off 3 Mound power plays, I believe. Let's see if they can do it for a 4th time this evening. Shot from the point. That one goes wide. Big rebound as it took a hefty bounce off the board, but that shot goes wide as well. Now another ripper, but it's into the glove of Conrad for a whistle with 7:01 to go in the 3rd. And now thank you to our public address for letting us know that Molodniak has been booked for roughing. Draw one for Mound West Tonka. Rolling around the top of the circles is O'Shea. She looks to drop it. Dunlap was there. They hold the zone, and a shot saved by Conrad. Could have been a possible breakaway opportunity there for the Fire. But the Whitehawks still stand strong in the zone. And another shot. Conrad makes yet another save. Mound West Tonka certainly applying the pressure on the peeper. But now the Fire are able to escape their own zone. Just under a minute now until Molodniak is out of the box. O'Shea cutting cross ice after gaining the blue. O'Shea with it still, the smooth skater for the Whitehawks. Now she cycles it down to Sadlak. She'll survey her options, spin back. And now another little cycle play. And a shot on Conrad as she covers it up in her glove just before kicking the net off for another whistle at 5:54 in the 3rd. Draw one back for the Fire. They try to escape the zone, but it's gloved down by Johnson. Now Johnson holding his own still for Mound West Tonka. But now it pops back onto the other side of the blue line as the Fire return to full strength. Puck jams into the backside of the referee, and now cross ice pass to Giovinazzo. She gets around one. Can she get around another? Shot is saved by Koval. Nice little move off the boards there as Conrad trying to dipsy-doodle her way towards the crease, but is tripped up. Thought there might have been a penalty called there, but no dice as the refs keep their arms at their sides. Now Hartle to reset for the Fire. She stops up and moves it up to Henches. Now Henches to Dunlap. Dunlap with speed on her backhand, but she's tied up before she can throw the puck on net. It's moved forward for the Whitehawks, but the pass is bobbled, and now it's back in Holy Family possession. Molodniak back in the ice for HF. Now out into the high slot. It's poked away, but now at the point, shot blocker saved by Conrad. Clap shot in towards Conrad, but it's saved as O'Shea is denied at 4:04 in the third. Oh, really starting to wish I got that cup of coffee now. But that's my own problem. I don't have cash on me. I should have. But the concessions, regrettably, only takes credit cards. Even an energy drink would do, but don't worry, ladies and gents. I'll be fired up once the varsity game comes around at 7 p.m. But until then, we've got 3:44 left in this JV Tilly. Puck's down in the Whitehawk end. Now Molodniak trying to spin away from the Whitehawk defense as Mound's going to dump it down into the far end for a whistle. 3:16 to go in the third. Puck thrown into the high slot for Holy Family, but it's turned over and the Whitehawks come back the other way. It's broken up. Malmberg to receive for the Fire. Malmberg fighting with O'Shea in the corner. Schmidt pokes it off her stick. It's in possession of Sadlak, who throws it into the crease, but they aren't able to get a shot on net. Now here's a chance from the high slot. It's ripped, tipped, and a save is made by Conrad with 2:32 left in the game. And the refs are going to whistle that face-off back. Not exactly sure why. But Conrad will switch out for Molodniak. She does win the draw. And now Conrad winning possession in the corner for Holy Family. Up to center ice with Mertz. The Fire looking to uneven the score line before the final buzzer sounds. Mertz will spin back, trying to find Noss on the point. But now here comes the dangerous duo of O'Shea and Sadlak, but Conrad pokes it into the corner. Noss looking to skate out of the zone. She seeks to go cross ice, but it's intercepted. Regained possession for Holy Family. Juris over to Mertz. And now back across the Holy Family blue line after possession was bobbled at center ice. Now Hartle advancing it to Carter. Carter with speed, the left-handed shot, she'll fire! And Koval makes the save. It appeared for a moment she wasn't quite sure where the puck was, but she holds on to it nonetheless with 1:13 to go in the third. Draw one back to Malmberg. Now in the slot for the Fire, but Giovanazzo is denied by Koval. Great chance there by HF. .105 to go. Will this game have a winner, or will we end in a tie? We'll find out in just about 60 seconds. Carter wheeling around the logo. She gains the blue, loses it. Dunlap in possession momentarily now. It's with sad lack of the Whitehawks. Hartle dumping it in. 40 seconds on the clock. Now up onto the point for Malmberg. She'll shoot. Koval makes the save. Now out of the Whitehawks zone, 20 on the clock. It's a 5-on-2 as HF forces a turnover. Can they escape the zone? No dice. It's bobbled across the top of the circles up to Giovinazzo on the blue. The Whitehawks hold the zone, throwing down on Conrad, who scoops it up in her glove with 2 seconds on the clock. So the Whitehawks inevitably will look to score at the death off the draw. They pull Koval out from the net in favor of an extra skater. It's out into the slot, and the buzzer sounds to end this one, ladies and gentlemen. Final score here at David M. Thaler Sports Center is Mound Westonka Southwest Christian Whitehawks 2, Holy Family Fire 2. We end in a tie. Shots 28 for the Whitehawks, 17 for the Fire. But the JV Holy Family girls set the tone for the 7 p.m. matchup here tonight. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, for this evening's junior varsity girls hockey Minnesota High School matchup between the Fire and the Whitehawks. We end 2-2. This has been Bishop Schugel on the call. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I'll be here for the varsity Tilly as well. But I'm going to go hunt down a cup of joe while the varsity ladies warm up. We'll see ya at 7.